What's up, YouTube? It's Stevie here for Steve J Trading. Tonight I just want to go over what my trading plan is, what my rules are, and that way everyone is clear cut on what I need to hold myself to and what my actual trading plan is for the future of how I want to go forward with this trading career. So the basic structure of information is what I want from trading, what I need from trading, my strategy, my rules, and my plans for the future. What do I want from trading? Well, I want this to be a full-time job. I want to treat this as a job, working 3 to 5 days a week, where I'm trading and living off the trading income. That's the ultimate goal. Consistent payouts is my definite short-term goal. So in the next 12 months, I want to be consistent. At least 6 months of consistent payouts with the same prop firm with the same accounts is what I want to aim for. That's going to be a major goal for me because not only am I substituting my wage, but it's proving that I can actually do this. My strategies and everything do work, and I have the discipline for it because 90% of the time it's in here that you need to be able to control. One payout a month is definitely what I'm aiming for, whether it's one account, 10 accounts, 20 accounts, 30 accounts, it doesn't matter. Like multiple prop firms, it doesn't matter, but one payout a month is what I'm aiming for. What I need from trading, so this is going to be your basic living expenses. So what my stop work figure is, that I base level that I need at this current date of the 18th of November, 2025. It's about 5,780 when you add it all up a month. Now we do have an exchange rate on that, so on the one payout a month of Apex, in the start of an account, you can only take out $2,000, so it's not going to be anything that's 2,000 US, so it's about 3,000 Australian. So it's not going to be groundbreaking, but multiplying the accounts and then you can grow from there. These are my strategies. I use the 15-minute warp on so open range bracket on the fourth one. Consolidation breakout. It's accumulation and consolidation. The breakout of that, whether it's up or down, whether it's in a trend or not in a trend, it just depends on what it's doing. It's in relation to my 34 EMA, my 50 EMA, point of control, very high and very low. So I use volume profile as well, an active one and the previous day's one as well. Here's a printout of a trade of yesterday's market, so the 17th. New York opened, as you can see over here on the left. New York opened, it went up, and that printed. Here is the 15-minute ORB, so the top blue line and the bottom blue line. It's generally what I do straight away. I don't trade at all until I have that set. Minimum, have to have that set. Now, if you look at the rest of the market was actually coming down to this point during the day in the London session. So now we've got a big accumulation, but I can see that my 34 and my 50 EMA, 34 and 50 EMA are definitely up in the top of this range, and they're tapping it and dropping down. Also got my VWAP up the top here as well. Now I can see a consolidation here. So once I see like 10, I like to say about 20, 25 minutes worth of consolidation. This is a 5-minute chart too. I trade off a 5-minute chart and I use high time frames as confluences to my trade. I'll put a bracket around it and then I just wait for that to clear break it. And as you can see, it has a clear break here, shoots down. The first thing I do is I measure the tick length of that candle and I do 2/3 retrace. So it has to retrace 2/3 of that, and then I go for a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 ratio, and that is in my case I have a $250 stop loss, so I'm aiming for $500 per trade. But it all depends on what the market's doing at this point. But generally in open, that's what I aim for every time. And then you can see the market goes back up, comes back down, has consolidation again, but this is at the bottom of the ORB. So for me, the ORB is a stronger strategy than the breakout for myself. It's more consistent. It has about an 82% win rate for myself. And then you can see a clear breakout. Again, I measure the tick value of that candle, bring it up 2/3, put my stop loss in there. I'll put my buy order in there, and then I'll take it for the 2R. Whether it wins or lose, it's up to that, but I am pretty quick to put my stop loss into break even. So if it goes down by 50% of what I'm chasing, I'll put it into break even, just below break even, so I don't lose out money on that trade. So I'm not eating too much into my drawdown because I don't want it to come backwards. Apex drawdown is an absolute killer. My rules, like I just said, set the 15-minute org, identify the trend, 34 on my 50 EMA positions, making sure they're above with the trend. If it's under the 34 and 50, then I'm definitely going to be looking for shorts. If it's above, and if it's below the market, then I'm going to be looking for longs, if that makes sense. But the VWAP has to be on the same side as the EMA. Powerful candle movement with volume. So it's got to have a powerful push out of my ORB or consolidation and breakout. It has to be a powerful candle, has to have lots of volume into it. It can't just be a massive candle with zero volume. It's just, that's a trick candle and it's going to stitch you up 9 times out of 10. 1 to 2 per trades per day or trading session, depending on what that is. If you have like, an hour window, I risk 10 to 20% of my account, so $250 to $500 lowered when the growth goes up. So example, if I'm hitting buffers, I've got the 2600 for Apex on a 50K account, then I go up another 2 grand, then my buffer isn't percentage, it's that set 250 to 500. Don't chase losing trades. This is my biggest downfall. If I have a loss, I'll be like next trade, next trade, next trade, and then before I know it, I'm blowing the accounts. So this is why we're doing what I'm doing now. 1 to 2 hours of trading session. So it opens at 11:30 or 12:30 my time in the morning, at night. So 1 a.m. closer-ish. I've got 2-hour window, so it's 2 a.m. to trade. 2-hour targets and 1 contract. I don't trade more than 1 contract. I don't want to put too much leverage on. I don't want to risk my accounts too early. 5-year, the full plan for 5 years for me trading. So covering wages. My wages at the moment is roughly about $7,000 per month. I have 20 Apex accounts that have made the 6th payout. So I've got the full cash out payment on those accounts. That's the ultimate goal. And then have my TPT account set up where I've got 5 of them taking daily withdrawals for trading. Because there's going to be a lull in the battle when you withdraw from accounts. You have to wait for the process to go through before you can trade again. So with Apex, if I trade the 8 days, I get the withdrawal and then I'll trade the TPT while I'm not using Apex. That's the idea, the plan, whether it be with my fund of futures, whether it be with Lucid, it's completely open. It doesn't really matter. But that is my ultimate plan for the whole thing. So yeah, that's my plan. That's my strategy. That's what I do. And this is what I got to keep myself accountable for. So I really look forward to you joining me on this journey. And if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. It helps to get out there and I'll be able to build up a nice community that is just to have the like-minded traders that are thinking of doing the same thing as I am and challenge themselves. Like I said, we'll start with 1 account and we'll work our way up from that. We'll use that account to buy more accounts and so forth. So yeah, look forward to seeing you. And if you want to leave a comment and let me know if you're feeling the same way as me or you're in Australia, you want to let me know, yeah, please do. All the best, guys. I'll see you next time.